Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. So today we want to talk about Bitcoin MYK on the front lines of what is going to happen with our future automation, the oncoming, what some term singularity event. Um, and although there's been a lot of conversation about this impending doom looming on the horizon, there haven't been really any solid solutions discussed. There hasn't even, from what I can see, been any plans or preparation made to deal with this. It's almost like you're going to hit an iceberg and it's just an unavoidable iceberg. But at some point, somebody has to start to do something. So as we're looking at, one of the latest things we're seeing come out of automation, robotics, Grace, the medical robot. Now, the press and the exposure of Sophia the robot is what a lot of us are used to. You probably are accustomed with Sophia, the first robot to get citizenship out of Saudi Arabia. With Sophia, probably one of the most advanced humanoid robots we've seen up until this point in time. And it was the programming was done by Ben Goertzel, who does have a cryptocurrency project, Singularity.net, decentralized AI, which is a very important topic, and he's teamed up now with Cardano. They moved over to Cardano. They were on Ethereum as well, but um, what's happening with Grace is supposedly Sophia's sister, and she is the medical version of this humanoid robot. She has mobility. She can move around. She has quite a bit of dexterity with her hands. She can perform several tasks that your nurses can perform. Certainly, what certified nurses, your CNAs and certified nursing assistants can perform. But the very the concerning thing is that the speed at which this is moving. What do we expect of this in 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, right? Like, do we expect this to stop? And what else will these robots be doing, right? And I think that people are still kind of looking at this like a party trick. They're busy with their lives. It's not affecting them. It's not impacting them. But the reality of the situation is that this is the same thing that's happened with over 4 or 5 million jobs in the United States over the last several years, where automation has taken over the jobs. And even in those cases, there haven't been solutions. Many of these people are probably still out there somewhere unemployed, collecting unemployment, looking for work, doing whatever. And projects aren't addressing this. A lot of people will be fearful if the government tries to take the lead on this, but that's more likely what's going to happen. The blockchain seems more well suited to handle this, but we're investing our time and energy in very trivial like projects that are promising us a gambler's bounty, right? We're looking for a moonshot with cryptocurrency that we know aren't going to go very far. And it's a very very sad thing with this level of technology, the great things that we could be doing and the things that we can be doing that are beneficial to us as human beings. But Grace the robotic robot, the medical robot rather, is just yet another uh, use of these humanoid robots that have this great dexterity that are going to be able to displace workers, displace nurses, displace truck drivers. I'm sure soon they're going to displace doctors. And people are in this type of denial about the advancement of these robots. But here's the thing. Let me ask you this question. Maybe this will help. Go back about 10 years. right? If you go back about 10 years, maybe a little bit before that, early 2000s, something like that, many of you probably were alive. Can you imagine, could you picture like cars being on the road driving themselves around? Like, you probably, if I just told you this car is going to go down the street driving itself, it's going to be able to go to any location it wants, you probably couldn't fathom something like that. That would be unimaginable to you, right? But yet, that is what it is today. That is what has happened. And it happened in not a very long period of time. I mean, they moved these autonomous vehicles on the road. And in the back of my mind, I think I was thinking it's going to be a lot longer than it took, right? Maybe some of you feel like that. But that's the same thing I think is going to happen with these robots. I think you're really going to literally just go into a medical office, or you're going to go into a department store, you're going to go someplace, and you're just going to see this being doing this amazing things, handling your bag, speaking with you, taking you to your car, driving your car. You're going to see this thing doing this thing, and it's going to be like, wow, this thing can do this thing. And it's not for naught that we're seeing it's doing all the steps in front of us now. I think we're just so preoccupied with things we're not seeing it. Looking at someone like Grace the robot, she jumped up out of the COVID situation because what we were seeing with COVID as well, which I think COVID even accelerated this a great deal faster than what we would have happened, and if it had not occurred, right? And I think there's going to be this giant push that they got to get robots rolled out, because you see something like COVID-19 that was restricting everybody to their homes. These robots could move around out in society, and they will be able to in the future and handle many of the tasks that we're unable to handle now. What are we doing in response to that? Are we just wasting our time with crypto gambling coins? Is that what you're holding right now? Because those cryptocurrency gambling coins aren't going to be useful to society and the people out there who need solutions to real problems. Bitcoin MYK seems to be one of the only projects, and I mean only, in cryptocurrency on the front lines of dealing with these issues head on. It has an AI system that curates content, social media activity, turns it into a cryptocurrency, namely money, that you can now take and use it as a means of value system to transfer your value across society. Why is this important? This is very important because, from the looks of things, what we're seeing is humanoid robots that are going to replace human beings. And it doesn't matter if it's in 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years, we're still going to have to develop a system that's going to be able to meet the challenges that's going to bring. These are huge challenges, and these are challenges that the biggest of the tech industry is speaking about, right? And they don't have a solution for it, right? They still don't have a solution for it. Many of us hope that one will just stumble upon our laps. We believe we've done it here with the Bitcoin MYK project. We believe this will be the structure of the future, the way the future looks, and how we move our value. That through your communication and through your interactions across the internet, everything you do is going to be turned into this this value system, this currency system that you can move from person to person. This AI system will not be a system that you can buy your way in and use your money to over influence the network. The proof of participation model is latching on to your activity and converting it itself into money. Now, granted, when people receive the cryptocurrency on third-party exchanges where they are actually trading for value, that value can move and do based on the amount of value that a person's created throughout the platform. However, throughout the setup of the network, the generation of the cryptocurrency, the minting of the cryptocurrency, this cannot be cheated, and this cannot be influenced. You have to actually engage and interact to create the value of the project, and that's the only way you're going to be able to do it, right? And so these type of approaches, these type of mechanisms, we believe are what's going to be what the future is going to hold. We believe that this is going to be important to people in crypto, to the world, and a lot of conversation about why people don't use cryptocurrency, why they don't use your cryptocurrency, why they don't invest in your cryptocurrency, is because it is not useful for them. And many of the cryptocurrency projects are quite trivial as to what they address. Many of them are just slot machines, right? But demand comes from where people need solutions to problems solved. And in the Bitcoin MYK project, even though many can't see it now, and even though they haven't really felt the full blow of what automation is doing and what it's gonna do, um, even though they haven't felt that yet, that has kind of clouded many of their judgments about where their focus should be. But I can tell you, my friends, that in the near future, that will change. And systems like the Bitcoin MYK project on the front line trying to find solutions to these problems. These type of systems we believe are going to be what the future is using. And people positioning themselves properly in these structures that are designed to work like most of their standard social media sites, I believe are going to be the people who have a much more easier adjustment period that is going to happen. But that's all I want to say in this video. What are you focusing your attention on in cryptocurrency, right? Does it make sense? Does it make sense when you tell your neighbors and society and friends why they should be using cryptocurrency? Or is cryptocurrency still just getting this bad reputation of yet another gambling Ponzi scheme that's just exhausting the earth of energy, heating up lakes, doing all these horrible things that people do not find useful, especially future generations who are geared toward protection of the environment as we move far and far into an overpopulated future where there aren't enough resources to go around, and conservation is on the top of the list. Energy exhausting cryptocurrencies do not speak to this generation. And that's why the projects like this, Bitcoin, MYK, and many others that are going to be speaking to the concerns about sophisticated artificial intelligence minds taking all their jobs, building themselves, doing creative tasks, doing entertainment and hospitality tasks. Because one other big fear is many people think, oh, well, we're just going to ease over into the hospitality sector, the entertainment sector. But we're finding now that AI systems, you can CGI actors, you can recreate humans that don't really exist, that in a digital copy that look like they really exist. They can do so many things now. Imagine what they're going to do 5, 10 years from now. And if we want people to take the blockchain serious and cryptocurrency, it's gonna have to be projects that go along with them that make sense. And the win has to happen now because the technology is racing now. So waiting and saying, well, maybe we'll get there. No, no. The robots and artificial intelligence are getting there now. They're taking the jobs now. So that's what we have to pay attention to. But that's all I want to say on in this video. If you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, as always, take care.